She actually found love not when she learned how to date better. She found a real, healthy love when she learned how to trust herself. This is one of my clients' stories. It's also my story, and I want to share that with you today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Candela. I'm a self-love mindset coach, and I am here to help women create a life they are obsessed with while looking for love or being open to love. So if this is the season that you are in, I invite you to join. You can subscribe down below, and let's go straight to this story. Last year I had the pleasure to work with this amazing woman, and when she came to me, she was in a pretty much standard situationship where the guy was just giving her enough to keep her hopeful and just appearing when she was about to give up on him and not really giving the love, the affection, the care that she deserved. And I'm sure that, I did, and I'm sure that a lot of you went through situations like this before, where you know that you shouldn't be staying there, you know that that's not good for you, but sometimes you explains yourself by saying that you're just patient, you're just waiting. He might change, he might show up the way that you know he could. You might be clinging on to that fantasy, that potential. We all did at some point or another, so no blame here. And when we started working together, that was the thing that consumed most of her energy. And I know it because I live that also, and I know how consuming it is to have someone whose intentions are not clear, who keeps you on that waiting mode, and you leak so much energy on those type of things that the rest of your life might be going more or less okay, but you're not really paying attention. Your whole focus goes to that, and that was what was happening with her. So the work we did wasn't about learning how to leave that guy or learning how to be better at relationships, how to do dating right, or giving her scripts about boundaries and things like that. No, what actually changed it was helping her refocus her life on her needs again. It was about helping her trust herself, her intuition again, so she could see things clearly. Because it's not about knowing better. She was already really self-aware. She was in therapy, she was doing all the right things, but she couldn't break the pattern. And that happens when we don't have enough trust in ourselves. And honestly, when we haven't taken the time to build a solid foundation of our lives, of the relationship that we have with ourselves, so we don't get trapped in those type of situations. That's what we work on. That was the whole focus. She started doing her own thing, not on his timing. She started making plans again with her friends, having fun, going out, not to meet someone else, to be joyful on her own. She started doing these short, cute solo dates, just a coffee. Because sometimes it's really hard if you're not used to do things alone. It can be really hard and overwhelming to just go and have dinner on your own. So we started small. Once a week, just go to a cafe, take a book, Just have coffee alone, without your phone, without like distracting yourself. And then little by little, the things that she desired started coming up again. She wanted to do this solo trip, and she was really scared about it, but she did it anyways. So little by little, she started building that trust in herself, in her capabilities, in her ability to hold herself through anything that happened in life. And that slowly translated into her love life, even without consciously wanting that. Because when you start trusting yourself, when you start showing up for yourself consistently, when you start giving your desires the attention that they deserved, when you start putting your needs on the spotlight and taking care of them first and foremost, consequently, you start making better choices. And you start letting go, to let go of the things that don't align with that anymore. And it gets easier, because before it was really hard for her to even think about leaving that situation. And after doing all those things, that was the natural consequence of it. And funnily enough, and I know because that happened to me too, I will get in more detail at some point here, but what happened, funnily enough, is that after a couple of months, she actually met someone, not in a dating app, not that she was looking actively for love, but she met someone who felt like this calm, loving, healthy person, healthy relationship that she wasn't even able to see before. Because that's what happened. When we are in that place of clinging to love, of like wanting to secure love because we think that's our only chance, and when we make those choices out of fear, we end up attracting that type of people. And it's not about them, it's about what we are inside, what we have inside, because love can only meet us what we are. So that's a fair question that you might ask yourself right now. If love appeared just today, where would it meet you? Would you be this loving, caring, secure person that has already a full, joyful, and complete life? Or would it meet you in a place where you are insecure, where you are waiting for this love to save you somehow, even if it's unconsciously? Would love meet you in a place of walking on eggshells about your needs, of not really paying attention to your needs first? Because again, love can only meet you where you currently at. And of course, you grow, you evolve, you change. But if you want to attract better love, and honestly, better opportunities, better friends, better people in your life in general, not only about romantic relationships, about everything in your life, it all starts with that foundation, with that self-trust. It really starts with you. And if you are feeling this deep inside right now and you're thinking, oh my God, how do I do that? I'm hosting a free webinar called Why You Stay, even when something feels off, even when you know better. And I'm gonna be guiding you through why this pattern happens in women who are self-aware, who are independent, who are strong, who have amazing lives in everything, in all of the other areas, but love still feels like something they have to secure. And love still feels like something uncertain. And I'm gonna be guiding you through how you can actually release that pattern and why it has nothing to do with dating or with doing relationship better, and it has everything to do with trusting yourself. I really hope to see you there. The details are in the caption below. And yes, I'm doing daily videos here, so come join the fun.